Hello everyone, my name is Christo, and welcome to a Monster Hunter Wilds trailer analysis and speculation type video. It's been about an hour and a half maybe since the trailer dropped. I've been scrolling Twitter, I've been watching the trailer over and over myself, trying to pick up any significant details I could. And so I want to go back through the trailer real quick and just show off what I have noticed. So starting out, obviously we get this opening shot with all these herbivores. We've got these ones that are kind of like Kestodons. These ones that are kind of like armored gown goats, which is pretty neat. Get another shot of those. We see what appears to be a Remobra in the distance. Some more endemic life. And these lightning conducting pillars. We see an oncoming thunderstorm. And the hunter. So starting immediately, let's talk about the first thing about the hunter. The hunter seemingly has either a greatsword or a longsword here on its back. But, and you'll see it a little bit better in the final shot, he also has a what appears to be a light bow gun on the side, which means that perhaps the game will have like on the fly weapon switching, whether it be like only while you're on this new mount or just at any points, maybe similar to the scroll system from Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. Let's see, we've also got a lot of these new fanged beasts that have very long tails. They're very much built like Gosharag from Rise. Let's see, he enters this herd of these new herbivores. As the storm begins catching up with them, perhaps there'll be like my theory is that we're getting a significant dynamic weather, and it will affect herbivore by like small monster and even some large monster behavior. Like for an example, this one is a thunderstorm. Lightning strikes these small monsters. And you can also see the light bow gun better here. But perhaps like with larger monsters, perhaps we'll get like if Astalos or Zinogre make it back, they'll choose to flee and fight you in thunderstorms, where they have an elemental advantage and perhaps can get struck by the lightning purposefully to charge their body parts, the way that Astalos does, or just get charge levels for Zinogre. And it's also very likely we'll also get other weather types. Like I could absolutely see like a blizzard for ice monster that will give ice monsters an advantage. Like imagine fighting Gammoth in a blizzard where you can barely see. Like that just makes sense to me. Let's see. Lightning keeps striking, and I actually skipped it, I think. Not intentionally, but in this earlier shot, you see these large monsters throwing gown goats. Well, the gown goat-like monsters at the hunter, trying to clear a path for itself. Anyway, as we continue forward, lightning strikes the small monster. The shell remains charged, which could be interesting. Like perhaps certain other large monsters will try and like use these as weapons, or perhaps it's like a self-defense mechanism. Perhaps it'll just be like somewhere like it will channel the lightning, so that way like the hunter is less likely to get struck. Because as you can see, like lightning gets pretty close to striking the hunter a few times. formations. Just in that one little shot. And then right here, it was initially, I first saw it from at CowSlayerGL on Twitter, pointing out that the hunter has a slinger and a scout fly cage, which means that we could be back in the new world, which means perhaps this is an extension of the Wildspire Waste that we're seeing. But yeah, this part gets struck by lightning, but it does not stay charged like that Gowngoat-like monster. These pillars do not stay charged, so perhaps those herbivores can use the lightning in some way themselves. But, you know, as you land, as the storm ends, all of a sudden greenery just gets lush. It's beautiful. Capcom presents Monster Hunter Wilds. Incredible name, and by the name, I'm guessing that this is going to be an open world game. Either open world or the areas you hunt monsters are way expanded. It's one of those two, and I'm more so leaning to it being open world. But outside of that, we also see these unnatural, like, mountain formations, which I have a feeling will be caused by whatever the final boss monster is. And my guess is that whatever it is that we have an idea of what the final boss, or perhaps even the flagship, could be right here. We see what appears to be a white dragon and a black dragon coiled together. So my guess is perhaps, and like we also see these, but these that also have dragon heads, but I feel like that might just be more stylistic. But we see these two main dragons. I have a feeling that perhaps they will fight together as the final boss, or perhaps they are a conjoined flagship of some kind. Perhaps it's like an Ouroboros situation. I have no idea. Yeah, we see the hunter. Another good look at the two weapons. See the carving knife as normal. Rathalos, who appears, like, from my untrained eye and from an in-game distance, looks like it is the 5th gen model, which is not a bad thing. Monster Hunter was built on reusing assets. But I mean, yeah. So, like, a lot of this is speculatory, just based on this minute 30 of information that we do have. Like, the three big things that I feel like we are getting are on-the-fly weapon switching, because of how he has two weapons very clearly. We obviously have the slinger and the scoutfly cage, which means that perhaps the scoutfly will help with tracking in an open world, which would actually make an open world game like this significantly easier to navigate if you have a guide leading you where you need to go. And the dynamic weather, which the dynamic weather is the thing that I'm the most confident on from what we see here. The fact that weather will constantly be changing and affecting the world. It's just great. But I mean, we don't really have anything else aside from what we have seen in this trailer, what I've talked about. I mean, my theory for a potential story is that this catastrophic weather is being caused by one of these monsters, one of these dragons, or both of them. And this catastrophic weather is what is carving out these unnatural mountain formations that we see here. Like, throughout here, I feel like we'll see more stuff like this throughout the world. Like I'm trying to look in the background to see if I see anything else, but I mean, like I said, all I'm seeing is what I've talked about. But, you know, as we learn more information, I will keep making these videos. You know, thank you all so much for watching. I mean, there's not really anything else that I had to say. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, you know what to do. You know, hit that like, hit that subscribe. I will be talking a lot about Monster Hunter Wilds. Have yourselves a damn good one. Later.